Hello, welcome back. And today we want to move to a different step. And today we want to place rebars on our columns. And as if you take a look on our model here, we have the slab, we have the beams, we have staircase, we have the tie beams, and everything. So there's some bit of obstruction here, and so we want to eliminate some components or some members of our structure. So I'll begin with the slab. So I'll pick on slab because I want to hide the slab. Then the beams, I will just maybe hold them later on as I place the rebars on the columns, because they create some configuration on my column. So let me just hold on the beams, then put the rebars on the columns first. So I've selected on the slab here. So I want first of all to hide the slab. Then later on I'll go and hide or delete the beams. Then I'll bring them back once I've placed my reinforcement on the columns. So once I've selected on the slab, I'll come to select under edit. Then I'll pick same color object. So if I click on that, I'll be able to select all the slab. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to right click and come to hide. So I'll hide all the slabs. So I've hidden all the slabs. So I select on the beams also. I'll just pick one of the beams, then come to select and pick same color objects, and I've selected everything right there. So if I right click and come to delete, I'll be able to get rid of that, but I'll get them back if I click undo. But I'll show you a trick on how we can work with that if any member is reconfiguring the settings that we've created on the columns, on any reinforcements that you've configured for any particular member. So I'll come to columns here. I'll select on the columns on the polygon column reinforcement. So the moment I do that, I'll be asked here to select the polygon select the polygon column. I'll pick on this, then right click, then pick at the bottom end here on the base and right click once again, and we have our reinforcement in place. And I think you're wondering why I'm following the process. I select, then right click, then I select the base plate. Those rules are defined here. Let me just right click here and you can see the rules here. There's auto option, and you follow the rules, follow the checked rules. So I've just picked exclude the end region and select the base, select the foundation below, because the columns is linked up with the foundation below. So I select the column, then I'll select the base plate procedurally because it is anchored under the pad footing right there. So there's also the top end here. You can see that and that. So the top end doesn't have the extensions that are connected to the pad footing rebars. So I'm going to select here. I'm going to select, first of all, I want to do this. I want first of all to place all the reinforcement on the columns that are directly connected to the pad footing. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to select there and do all the connections here. Right click and click on the pad footing right there, and right click once again and right click once again, and I have that in place. So if I do that, let me just go ahead and do the same thing here. Right click there and select the base plate, and right click once again, and I have my rebars in place. Right click, then come to the base plate, column base, then right click and right click once again, and we have the rebars in place. So I select that once again, I'll right click to confirm and come to the base and right click to confirm and right click to bring back to bring in the reinforcement into that column. So I'll go ahead and do the same here. Right click to confirm the selection, then pick on the pad footing here, then right click to confirm the selection, then give it an OK to bring up or to place the connections. So I'll select on that, right click to confirm the selection, then select on the pad footing, then confirm, then give it an OK by right clicking once again. So I'm going here again and I'll reinforce that. Select on that, right click, then pick on the base, then right click and confirm the reinforcement, and I'll select on that once again, right click then select the base plate, then select the base, then right click once again to bring it to place. Then I'll reinforce that by following the same procedure. I'll select by left clicking, then right click to confirm that. So I'll go ahead and do the same to the rest, to the parts that are remaining. Select on that, then right click, then select on the base, then right click and confirm to bring that into place. So let me check the parts that I've left out. I think I've left one part here. So if I pick any part there, let me just select which part I've left out. I've picked on everything as I can see here. Now we are remaining with the top columns. So the top columns, the configuration of the rebars are different. So I want us to begin with this. I'll come back to my macro here. I'll right click on it and then come to my preset here and pick my preset configuration, and I'll go ahead and load and apply and give it an OK here. So if I come back and select that, then right click, I'll be able to place connections there. So I'll do the same here and right click that. So that I've created, and I'll come here and do the same thing here and right click and create that. Then I'll come here and right click and create that. Do the same thing here and do the same thing here and do the same thing right there. So just move all the way and create all these rebars. So if I zoom out, you can see the connection in between. And I'll come here and do the same thing here, and I'll come here and do the same thing here. You can see I'm not linking the second column to the base of our structure. So let me just select on that and right click. Then let me check the one I've left out. Right click to terminate that command, and if I turn that around, we'll be able to see I have my rebars in place like that. So let's try and create a connection or place rebars on top and there. So if I select on this and right click, and we have that in place, and select on this also and right click, and we have that in place. Select on that, have that in place. Select on that, and we have that in place. Let me just continue doing that and select on this one also, right click, and we have that in place. Right click, bring that to place, then select on that, bring that to place, then right select that, and we have our columns reinforced. So if right click to terminate that command and turn this around like this, you'll be able to see I have my columns already in place with the full rebars in place. So that's how we can place our rebars. So if I just right click and come to show all, you can be able to see I have my slab in place. But remember, I deleted the beams because the existence of the beams were actually reconfiguring the settings that we had set before. So I'll bring back my beams on the next presentation as we place the rebars on the beams, then we move to the slab. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. This is Modus Dimba, and let's meet then. Bye bye.